Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wimpy Studio. Today, I'm going to be doing a When Calls the Heart Season 7, Episodes 1 and 2 review. So we're going to be doubling up. Um, uh, both episodes are out right now, so I thought I would go ahead and send out an episodes 1 and 2 review. So, I have a Google Slides presentation here, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, present. Okay. When Calls the Heart, Season 7, Episodes 1 and 2 review. Okay, and then I also have a Episode 3 synopsis that I'm going to go through at the very end. Okay. Season 7, Episode 1, A Moving Picture. I just have some bullet points I want to talk about. So, first of all, I'm going to talk about the Elizabeth, Lucas, and Nathan ongoing triangle. So, this is something that was introduced last season, just from the first episode. We see, well, we see the still from both sides. Elizabeth Nathan asked that one question like, "So what's in your heart?" to Elizabeth, um, and she didn't have time to answer. But I mean, as for I'm sure you guys are wondering what my opinion is. My opinion is I do not have an opinion just yet. I mean, I can't really. It's hard for me to believe that she would marry another Mountie again because of after everything that happened with Jack. But then the Lucas is very shady though, so I don't really know what to I don't really know what to expect from this triangle. I mean, I'm fine with both of them. I'm hoping that Elizabeth makes the right choice for her. I don't want her to end up in a bad relationship. You can see that she has options, and she just has to find the man for her. I mean, of course, it's really hard because uh, what Jack. I mean, she's still grieving over him. I mean, she has their son taking care of him, single parenting. So I think that I don't know which one would be the best father figure for Jack Jr. That's just what I call him, Jack Jr. I don't really know. I mean, I like both couples, but I like both ships, but I just don't want it. It's already the triangle like it is right now. It just needs to stay that way. I think I don't want it to get too where it gets too much because I just would not really be like that. So I'm just hoping that she can find someone by the end of the season. That is my hope. Okay, so moving on. Henry Gowan's interview. So um this was an interviewee came in and was trying to get Henry to confess to doing all these bad things that he's done. Now he is a very he has done a lot of bad things. He's very shady, but he's starting to get a lot better. You can see that. But Henry Gowan, he that interviewee asked all around town, getting everyone's opinions on Henry Gowan. They kept it pretty brief, which good for them because I mean, I don't want something bad to happen to Henry Gowan. I mean, he's definitely not my favorite character, far from it. But I think that he's definitely starting to get better, and I don't want something like that to take him down because that will just ruin his character overall if he ended up in prison again. Because right now, I think that he should just be working on getting better because we've already seen the bad side of him. I want to see more of the good side of him. So that's pretty much it for that. So Rosemary and Lee, they planned a vacation, but Lee had to cancel because of work stuff. But he was able to he was able to return to Rosemary by making a film that kind of I don't know, for the whole group. I like that. I really like group parties because I don't know, it just makes the whole town seem as one. I really enjoy that. Um, and then Carson and Faith. So Carson and Faith, the couple that was introduced last season, is definitely one of my favorites. They make top five of my favorite Winkles the Heart ships, which I might do another video on that. But I honestly really enjoyed the couple between Carson and Faith, and there was some wedges in there, like Faith deciding between if she wanted to work near her dad or coming back to Hope Valley, and she'd end up deciding to come back to Hope Valley for her choosing her love over her family. Now you can still I mean, of course you can choose both. She just decided to stay with her love, which honestly I knew was the better choice. They teased they sent out a synopsis for episode 1 saying that they might be headed for a split. But honestly, I mean, you can kind of tell if they're going to reveal in the synopsis, it's not true. It's what happens with a lot of synopsis. If they say something, it's probably not true, or they're just hyping it up too much, like in the promos. So I don't know. But the last thing I want to talk about is When Hope Calls. So when they announced this, I thought, okay, I want to make sure I be on the lookout for When Hope Calls and when it comes out and all that stuff. But I didn't know it was like already released. It said that I didn't know When Hope Calls was coming out because I didn't really follow up with that because it's been a while until when me and my mom were watching When Calls the Heart live for episode 1, and it said When Hope Calls was coming out after. But I found out that it already came out like last summer, so I'm probably not going to do a When Hope Calls. It's not going to be episodic. So I'm thinking a full season recap of When Hope Calls will probably be what I do. I'm doing episodic reviews for this just because, I don't know, just because there's a lot to talk about. So that is it for episode 1. Okay, let's move on to episode 2. So this one has less bullet points because it really revolved around Nathan's father coming to town. So this is season 7, episode 2, The Heart of a Father. So Nathan's father came to town he was coming to, of course, spend time with his son and try to build a better connection with his granddaughter. So Nathan, I think his name's Archie. Yeah. So Nathan asked Archie to leave, but then he's like, "Well," but then he's like, "Well, I'm probably gonna stay. I just want a better connection with you guys." So then, apparently, I think Nathan gave him money, and then Archie was like, "I don't." This is a very This is one of the lines that I just wanted to talk about for a second. I don't need your money. I need my family, which actually, I mean, that's actually a very, very valuable line to like recognize, even from someone who you don't exactly maybe trust. This is a very valuable line. I don't need your money. I need my family, which just proves that family is going to come before money at any point. So I don't know, but then we found out that he was just like arrested and I don't know all that stuff like throughout a lot of time. We could just tell that Nathan and his father's relationship was very shaky. But then you can see that what was fun, what I liked is that Allie was like making a list of things to show to her father that she thinks that they should give him a second chance, and like questions that she wanted to ask him. So then she asked him those questions, but then Nathan arrested his dad for apparently stealing a necklace, and then that's where the episode ended off. So honestly, I don't know. I mean, he's already getting to be like a Henry Gowan sort of from the beginning, just as the very first episode that he's in. So I don't know, but there's just one more detail I want to touch upon, because I didn't touch upon this in episode 1 because there wasn't as much about this bullet point, but in episode 2 there was more about it. So Clara and Jesse's upcoming wedding. So we see like Rosemary, being the pushy woman that she is, decided to start designing a dress for Clara, but Clara didn't exactly want that dress. She wanted to make it herself. Rosemary eventually understood. But let me just talk about Rosemary for a second. So Rosemary has always been pushy. She wants things to go her way. She's a control freak. But then by the end, she realizes that the world doesn't revolve around her. She has to look out for other people's opinions as well. And this has happened many times. Now, I guess it's appropriate for her to learn her lesson every time. But it just makes her character, it's what her character does. She's like gossiping and not as bad as like Florence or anything like that. But I don't know. So that's pretty much it. I'm excited to see Claire and Jesse's wedding. I'm assuming it's going to be the season. I could see, because there's like a wedding every other season. There wasn't one in the first season. There wasn't a wedding actually until season 3. And that was Rosemary Lee's wedding. Season 5 was Jack and Elizabeth's wedding. And then season 7, so it's like every other season. Season 7 could be Claire and Jesse's wedding. So that's what I'm thinking for that. Okay, so that is it for episode 2. Okay, so now I have an episode 3. Season 7, Episode 3, Family Matters synopsis. So at the end of my presentations for each episode, I'm just going to give I'm just going to write about Episode 3 synopsis. This is copy and pasted from the exact website where it is proven what's happening in this episode. And there is a lot happening in this episode right here. So I'm just going to go in and read it and talk about it. So, despite his father's rocky track record of broken promises, Nathan hopes for his niece's sake that he has changed as he takes on the case of the stolen necklace. Elizabeth watches Nathan's niece while he leaves town to investigate and shares more of her writing with Lucas. Lucas is thrilled to see a character that seems to be based on him, though Elizabeth maintains her book is a work of fiction. Faith considers medical school and faces a tough decision when she's accepted into a program that would take her away from Carson. Jesse and Clara include more friends from Hope Valley in their wedding plans, causing Bill to feel left out as rules are filled without him. Finally, Fiona and Kevin pique one another's interest. Okay, so there are a lot of things going on in just the synopsis. A lot more. Last episode's synopsis was like one sentence long, just talk about the Nathan's father thing. This is like a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to break it down. So at the end of episode 2, Nathan arrested his dad for the stolen necklace. It looks like he's just going to go and explore more on the stolen necklace case. Elizabeth will be watching Allie while he leaves, and we're going to see more of like Elizabeth sharing her writing with Lucas and more of Lucas's opinions on it. And Lucas said a line that I didn't touch on, but he says that the best work comes from the heart, which is also a very valuable line. Two very valuable lines in this episode. The first one from Archie saying, "I don't need your money, I need my family," and then Lucas saying the best writing comes from the heart. So I honestly enjoy both of those lines. I'm excited. I like this Elizabeth Lucas like writing thing. It's something that they both like, so let's see. Faith considers medical school and faces a tough decision when she's accepted into a program that would take her away from Carson. Okay. Can we please have Faith and Carson have a happy relationship where they're not like drifted apart from each other? This is what happened in the Christmas special and episode 1. So this will be the third time that Faith and Carson are getting drived away from each other. Please let them have just a very, very happy and healthy relationship where they're not trying to split them apart. Because I really like Faith and Carson, but they need to develop that relationship where it's not they're always being driven away. None of the other relationships are like that. Only Carson and Faith, and it just kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. Okay. I need to finish up. Okay. Jesse and Clara include more friends from Hope Valley in their wedding plans, causing Bill to feel left out as rules are filled without him. Okay, so we'll get more of Jesse and Clara's wedding, and Bill is going to feel left out. Poor Bill. I don't really know what to say about that. I don't know why Bill would be left out. I think that everyone's like they're going after the most important roles, and Bill's left out because he probably wants an important role. I mean, Bill's honestly one of my favorite guy characters, and not my favorite, but he's one of my favorites in When Calls the Heart. So I think that he's worth to get a very good part in the wedding. So meanwhile, Fiona and Kevin pique one another's interest. Okay, so Fiona, we haven't gotten much on her. I mean, she likes to run the telephone and all that stuff. Who's Kevin? Like, I mean, seriously, I don't remember anything from episodes 1 or 2 that mentioned a Kevin in it. This could just be a new character. But I'm surprised they wouldn't say, like, Fiona and, like, a new arrival in town, Kevin, pique one of those interests. They act like he's just, like, a regular character. So I don't know why, I do not know why it says, like Kevin. I just do not understand that. Okay, so that is actually the end of my presentation. So I want to thank you all for watching my When Calls the Heart episode 1 and 2 review. Hopefully you guys will stay tuned for episode 3 review, which is coming early next week. So thanks everyone for watching the Wimby Studio. Have a great rest of your day, and bye.